I'd like to welcome you to the Quantum Scanner Price Analysis Automation. The Quantum Scanner is a suite of proprietary automated price analysis tools that interpret the micro and macro scale aspect of price direction, price action, and price phase to simplify market analysis. Bring clarity and artificial intelligence automation to your trading analysis through the Quantum Scanner. You can access the Quantum Scanner at gfulive.com/scanner. Within the Quantum Scanner, blue and red are used to identify either buy opportunities or direction, or red for sell opportunities or the downward direction. In an uptrend, we begin by looking for an upward macro phase arrow combined with a blue primary trend line indicates to us that price is moving primarily in the upward direction. The master strength panel found in the upper right-hand corner of the screen you can see here indicates both the trend direction for each respective time frame as well as a specific and proprietary strength score to indicate the relative strength of the trend. Once a trend has been established and indicated by each of these proprietary tools, we can identify various structures that can be broken out from utilizing the macro trend line and the micro trend line. To identify specific trade entry opportunities, utilize the micro arrows, the micro pullback tool, and the microwave dots, which follow and track each of the small pivot points in the market to enhance your ability to see key turning points in the trend. In a downtrend, we look for the red indications. We begin with a downward macro phase arrow. This large triangle indicates to us that price is now shifting in the downward direction. Combined with a red primary trend line, these each indicate that price is primarily moving in the downward direction. Referring again to the master strength panel in the upper right-hand corner, we now see that we have lower scores with a red surrounded cell and downward trend arrows for the respective time frames. This assists us to indicate that price overall is headed in the downward direction. Once we have identified that price is moving primarily in the downward direction, we can look for specific structures to be broken out from, utilizing the macro trend line and the micro trend line. For specific trade entry opportunities, we can then utilize the micro pullback, the micro arrows, and the microwave dots for specific trade locations. The Master Strength panel provides a unique and proprietary strength measure that indicates on any asset and time frame that the relative strength of the trend. A score of greater than 50 indicates upward strength. A score greater than 60 indicates strong upward strength. A score of 45 to 50 indicates neutral strength, indicating possible consolidation or a retracement. A strength less than 45 indicates downward strength. A score of less than 40 indicates strong downward strength. Each of these scores, with their connecting trend directional arrows in the panel, help to assist at identifying the overall trend direction from each time frame, as well as the relative strength of that trend. In an uptrend, look for the following conditions: a blue phase where it shows an upward or blue macro phase arrow, Following this arrow, you will see blue candles. Also, look for a blue primary trend line. This indicates that price is significantly above its overall average. Look for a greater than 60 strength score indicating strong trending conditions. It is not a requirement that the score be greater than 60 at all times, but it is helpful to see it above that level at different times throughout the trend. Specific breakout locations can be identified utilizing the blue macro trend line break, as well as the downward sloping dashed micro trend line. To identify specific entries, look at the blue dots, which stems from the microwave tool. Blue triangles, which indicate micro level pullbacks in the market before the trend continues. You could also utilize the quantum oscillator blue zone to identify times where price has pulled back against the trend, indicating that price is optimal for continuations. At times, there will be transition zones. This can be identified in an uptrend when you see red phase candlesticks that are colored red but with blue micro arrows on the candlesticks. During this time, it is best not to place trades in either direction. In a downtrend, we look for the following conditions. First, a red phase where we get a red macro phase arrow indicating that price phase has shifted in the downward direction. This is followed by red candlestick bodies. Next, we look for a red primary trend line. When the primary trend line is red, that indicates that price is moving below its average. To enhance the relative strength of the trend, we want to look for a score less than 40. It does not always have to be below the number 40, but seeing it at that score or below is helpful to indicate a strong trend. Specific breakout locations can be identified, looking for downward breakouts below the red macro trend line. We can also look for the upward sloping micro trend line for potential breakouts. Specific entries can be identified utilizing the red dots through the microwave tool. Red triangles, which indicate micro pullbacks in the market, and the quantum oscillator red zone, indicating potential areas and zones where price may respond before it continues in the direction of the trend. Transition zones can be identified if we see that price is in a blue phase but with red arrows, as you can see on the left side of the chart. Learn more about the quantum scanner from the educators themselves, also my direct business partners and who taught me to trade. This is where you will find us SRP V8 Diamonds Mastery every single day. You can join us live daily, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is 7 o'clock p.m. GMT. And Tuesday at 1 p.m. EST, that's 6 p.m. GMT. Master the skill and become part of the Masters Club. I am Stella Jane Penn with Brandon Boyd and Dr. Josh Lee.